Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take the banners and the buttons that we made in Google Drawings and insert them into our Canvas pages. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your Google Chrome browser, and I'm going to show you. So in my Drive, in the last video, I showed you how to make a folder and to put those buttons and banners in that folder. So if I click on my Canvas folder, those are all the buttons that I made. So I made the welcome banner and then a couple buttons that might be useful. Not sure what's going to be useful yet, but ones that I was thinking of for right now. So what I need to do with my buttons and banners is I need to download them. So if I double click on my welcome banner, it's going to bring it up. And I want to go to File, Download, and then I want to download this as a JPEG. So it's basically downloading it as like a picture. It's going to show up there. And then I also have my computer set up where everything downloads to my desktop just so that it's right there. It's a bit easier for me. So it's going to go right there. So I'll download that one. My weekly schedule button. So File, Download, JPEG. Parent resources, File, Download, JPEG. I made one for contacting Mrs. Morgan. I'm going to File, Download. And in another video, I'll show you how you can actually link one of these buttons to the messaging part of Canvas so they can email you right from there. And then my Zoom one. So File, Download, JPEG. So now all my buttons are on my desktop. If you don't have it set up where they download directly to there, you could just take it from the bottom and drag it over there. I just like having things go straight to my desktop because it makes it easier for me to know exactly where they are and to find them, and then I can always move them into a folder later. So now that I have all of my buttons and banners downloaded, I'm going to go over to Canvas. So I'm going to go to MCPS Resources, my MCPS Classroom. And I have been making things because right now the classes haven't been set up. So I've been making things down here in the Sandbox course, which is basically just like a practice course. So I'm going to go in there. And you're going to notice the first thing that pops up is the modules. I don't have anything here yet, but I would rather my kids see kind of like a welcome page first before they see anything else. So I'm going to go over here to the side to Pages. And I want to make a new page. So I'm going to go to the blue button that says Add Page, and I'm going to click that. So I'm going to name it, let's say, Welcome Page. And now I want to put all those nice banners and buttons into this page. So the way that you can do that is over here on the side, there is a tab for images. So if I click Images, I can upload a new image. It's going to say Choose File. When I click that, it's going to show me all the places on my computer that it can upload from. So mine are on my desktop, so I'm going to choose Desktop. And the first thing I want is that welcome banner. So I'm going to click that, press Open. For the alternative text, you want to make sure that you explain what it is. So if someone is using the reader tool, it will read that to the students. So I'm going to say welcome banner. Actually, I'm going to say welcome to Mrs. Morgan's class. If it's something that's just like a border or just a picture that isn't so important, you can choose decorative, so I won't read it to the students. But I like for my students, if they need that reader tool, that they'll know what it is. So I'm going to upload, and my banner is going to show up right there, which is awesome. So there might be a few other things that I want to put on my welcome screen. Since we are starting virtual and I'm getting a new class of students, I want them to know my face and be familiar with me. So I might also put a picture of myself in there. So there are a couple of different ways that you can do that. I could just insert it in there. What I think I want to do is have a picture on one side and maybe a little welcome message on the other. So I'm going to go up here to table, and I'm going to make a table that has 2 cells. So on this side, I'm going to put my picture. On this side, I'm going to put a message. So I'm going to click on this side. I want to stay in images, upload a new image, go to choose file. And I already saved my class picture from last year, so I'm going to go over and find it. Press open. This is Mrs. Morgan. And then I'm going to upload. So there's my picture. Maybe I want it a little bit smaller. So if I click on it, I can drag the sides to make it whatever size I want. I can also move, I can move the cells in my table. So if I want this side to be a bit smaller, I can click on the line and drag that over. Maybe I want my picture to be centered in there. So I'm going to go up here to the align tool and center that. I'm going to go back to my drive. I already just kind of typed something up that I can throw in there. So I'm going to open that up and just copy and paste it. So I'm going to copy and paste my message. Go back to my practice course. I'm going to paste that in there. So now I've got my welcome banner, a picture of me, and a little welcome message for my students. I also want to go ahead and include those buttons that I made so that the kids can kind of navigate to different parts of the website. One thing I found last year was that if I wanted to have buttons in a row and I just kind of pasted them in there all together, sometimes the links to the button wouldn't match up to the buttons. It got a little confusing. So the easiest way that I found to do this was to make a table and to put the buttons in that way so that the links were specific to each button instead of kind of moving around a little bit. So in my Canvas folder, I made 4 buttons. So if I go to my course, I'm going to click my table, and I want to have 4 cells in there, 1 for each of my buttons. If I put it in the first cell, I want to upload a new image. I'm going to choose a file. Let's say the first one is the weekly schedule. If I click on that, open, my text would be weekly schedule. I'm going to upload that. Perfect. I'm going to click on the next cell, upload a new image, choose a file. Maybe for this one, I'm going to put my Zoom link there. So I'll do Zoom button, open, Zoom, upload. I'm going to click on my next cell, upload a new image, choose a file. Maybe this one I'll do parent resources, open, parent resources, upload that. Click on my last cell, upload a new image, choose a file, and for this one, it will be my Contact Mrs. Morgan button. So open, Contact Mrs. Morgan, upload. So now all my buttons are in there. You can change some things around. So maybe I don't want the lines and the borders on my table. So if I click in the table, you're going to see this little toolbar is going to pop up. If I move over to table properties, you can change it. So for border, I found that if you change that from 1 to 0.5, that does a good job of making it disappear, but still having your items stay in the same place. So now I made that disappear. Maybe I want to do the same thing for this one. I'll click in my table. The tools will pop up. Table properties, change the border from 1 to 0.5, and press OK. So you can see that it disappeared. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and press save. So now you can see for my welcome page, I have my banner, I have a picture of me, have a little message for my kids, and then I have all these buttons. And in the next video, I'll show you how to link those buttons to different things that you want your kids to navigate to. The last thing I want to make sure to do is, because I want this to be the page that my kids see first, I want to make sure that this is my home page. So I'm going to press publish. I'm going to go to pages. There's my welcome page. I have the green check so I can see that it's published. I'm going to click on these three dots and I'm going to click use as front page. Okay. Now I'm going to go to home and it's still going to show me that modules. I have to do one more step. If I go over to the right-hand side, choose home page, I'm going to choose this one, my welcome page. That's one that I just made. I'm going to choose that and press save. So now when I'm in home, the first thing the students will see, and I'll show you the student view, is this little welcome banner for them and then buttons for them to be able to navigate. So in the next couple videos, I'll show you how to make the pages that I'm going to link to these buttons and then how to link them both together. So keep an eye out for that.